Welcome to the Water Street Church midweek message. I'm Elbert van Donkersgoed. As a youngster, some Bible stories sent shivers up my spine. Consider the tale of David, once a shepherd, but also a giant killer, and in the 26th chapter of 1 Samuel, a fugitive from King Saul, a fugitive with a small army, but lots of nerve. The story starts as King Saul hunts David with 3,000 of his select troops. Saul marches to the desert of Sif, where David is known to be hiding, and camps on its perimeter. These two antagonists couldn't be more different. The Bible storyteller goes out of his way to mention that Saul made his camp beside the road on the hill of Hakilah, while David stayed in the wilderness. No roughing it for Saul. David, informed by his scouts, knows exactly where Saul's army is camped. When night falls, David invites his nephew, Abishai, to join him on a nerve-wracking escapade. They slip through 3,000 cream-of-the-crop soldiers to where Saul is asleep at the center of his camp. Shivers of dread up my younger self's spine. Abishai is ready to plunge his spear through the heart of the sleeping King Saul. David will have none of laying a hand on the Lord's anointed. Instead, David takes Saul's spear and the water jug from near King Saul's head. He and Abishai flit back through the 3,000 elite soldiers. Morning finds David on a hilltop across a valley from King Saul's resting place on the hill of Hakilah. David's loud shout wakes up the champion troops and Abner, their commander-in-chief, and King Saul's cousin. You failed your king. Where are the king's spear and water jug that were near his head? David brandished the spear and waved the water jug. Shivers of gotcha up my younger self's spine. King Saul recognizes David's voice. King Saul accepts that he has persecuted David. Surely I have acted like a fool and have been terribly wrong. David is gracious and principled. The Lord delivered you into my hands today, but I would not lay a hand on the Lord's anointed. The spear and jug are returned. The two antagonists go their separate ways. Is it any wonder that the Apostle Paul, invited to have a word of exhortation for the people in Pisidia, Antioch during his first missionary journey, makes special mention of David as he narrates a history of God and his people Israel? In Acts 13, Paul recounts, after removing Saul, he, that is God, made David their king. God testified concerning him, I have found David, son of Jesse, a man after my own heart. Would that in this day we had public leaders with the graciousness and the principled stance of the young man David, who would later become King David of Israel, a man after God's own heart. Thank you for listening.